Have you ever felt a subtle shift in your energy? A quiet slowing down? Or perhaps noticed loved ones experiencing changes that seem to accelerate after they turn 70? It is easy to dismiss these things as just part of getting older, a natural decline. We cannot escape. We might believe that aches, fatigue, and even a certain fuzziness in our thoughts are simply unavoidable. But what if I told you that many of these changes, the ones that silently chip away at our vitality and even our lifespan, are not inevitable? What if some common, everyday habits you might not even think twice about are actually working against you, quietly shortening your life without you realizing it? It is a sobering thought, is it not? To think that something we do, perhaps out of comfort or routine, could be holding us back from living our fullest, longest life. It is not about pointing fingers or creating fear, but about empowering you with knowledge. In this conversation, we are going to gently uncover 7 of these surprising habits. We will explore why they are so detrimental, and most importantly, what simple, practical steps you can take to turn things around. We are not talking about drastic overhauls, but rather thoughtful adjustments that can make a profound difference to your health, your happiness, and your longevity. So, settle in, because you will want to watch to the very end for something truly surprising that could change your perspective entirely. Let us dive right into our first habit, one that has become incredibly common in our modern world, and yet poses a quiet, insidious threat to our health as we age: the habit of prolonged inactivity or a sedentary lifestyle. Now, when I talk about inactivity, I am not just talking about not exercising. I am referring to those long stretches of time we spend sitting down, whether it is watching television, reading a good book, or simply relaxing. Our bodies, fundamentally, are designed to move. From our hunter-gatherer ancestors right up until recent generations, daily life demanded consistent physical activity. As we reach our 70s and beyond, the effects of prolonged sitting become even more pronounced. Our muscles begin to diminish at a faster rate, a process known as sarcopenia, and our bones can lose density, becoming more fragile. When we sit for hours on end, our circulation slows, which impacts every system in the body, from heart health to blood sugar regulation, and even our brain function. It is a silent thief of vitality, slowly chipping away at our strength, our balance, and our overall metabolic health. Think about your grandmother who was always puttering around, sweeping, gardening, walking to the market. Their generation moved far more naturally than many of us do today, simply through the demands of daily life. The good news is, the solution is not necessarily about training for a marathon or hitting the gym every day, unless that is something you genuinely enjoy. It is about integrating what I like to call movement snacks throughout your day. Every hour, try to get up for just 5 to 10 minutes, walk to the kitchen and back, do some gentle stretches, pace while you are on the phone, or stand while you are folding laundry or preparing vegetables. Even simple tasks like taking the stairs instead of the elevator for a flight or two, parking a little further away from the shop entrance, or doing a few laps around the garden can add up significantly over the day. Consider gentle chair exercises, marching in place while watching your favorite show, or a short, consistent daily walk, even if it is just around the block. The key is to make movement a fluid part of your daily rhythm, rather than an isolated event you feel you must squeeze in. It is about reminding your body that it is still capable and deserving of movement, gently waking up those sleepy muscles and boosting your circulation. Now, closely linked to how we move, or do not move, is what we put into our bodies. This brings us to our second quiet habit that can subtly shorten life, relying heavily on ultra-processed foods and neglecting nutrient-dense alternatives. When I say ultra-processed foods, I am talking about those items that often come in a packet, a box, or a can, with a long list of ingredients you might not recognize. These foods are typically high in added sugars, unhealthy fats, and sodium, and they are engineered to be incredibly convenient and, frankly, addictive. After 70, our metabolism naturally slows down, and our bodies might become less efficient at absorbing vital nutrients. This means we need even more high-quality fuel to maintain muscle mass, bone density, and overall organ function, not less. Processed foods, however, offer what we call empty calories, lots of energy without the essential vitamins, minerals, and fiber your body truly needs to repair, rejuvenate, and thrive. Consuming these regularly can lead to chronic inflammation, blood sugar imbalances, nutrient deficiencies, and unwanted weight gain, all of which put stress on your body and can accelerate the aging process, silently diminishing your years of vibrant health. It is like trying to run a high-performance car on cheap, dirty fuel. Eventually, it breaks down much faster than it should. The key here is not perfection, but rather mindful choices that slowly shift your eating patterns. Start by reducing just one processed item a day. Perhaps swap out that sugary breakfast cereal for a bowl of plain oatmeal with some fresh berries and a few nuts. Choose whole grain bread over white bread. Or opt for a piece of fruit instead of a packaged cookie or biscuit. Focus on incorporating more whole, single-ingredient foods into your daily meals: fresh fruits, a wide variety of colorful vegetables, lean proteins like chicken, fish, or eggs, and healthy fats from avocados, nuts, and seeds. Think about making your plate as colorful as possible, representing a rainbow of nutrients. Even making a simple, home-cooked meal, even just once a day, using fresh ingredients can be incredibly powerful. It is about gently nourishing your body with the fundamental building blocks it needs to stay strong, resilient, and ready to enjoy life to the fullest. Beyond the physical habits, our emotional and mental states play a profound role in our longevity. And that leads us to our third, often unnoticed habit that quietly steals from our healthy years, allowing chronic stress and social isolation to become the norm. Stress is not just a feeling. It triggers a powerful cascade of physical responses throughout your body. Chronic stress, the kind that lingers day after day, elevates cortisol levels, a hormone that can impact everything from your blood pressure and heart health to suppressing your immune system and even damaging brain cells over time. As we age, our body's ability to recover from these stress responses can become slower, making the impact more significant, coupled with social isolation, which is a growing concern for many older adults. It creates a truly dangerous cocktail for your overall health and longevity. Loneliness, in particular, has been shown to be as detrimental to your health as smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. It impacts your mental well-being, disrupts your sleep, and can even contribute to chronic conditions like heart disease. Perhaps you have lost loved ones, or your children have moved away, or simply your mobility has lessened, making it harder to connect. It is easy to retreat, to feel a bit overwhelmed by the world. But that feeling of being disconnected, of constantly worrying, truly takes a silent, yet significant, toll on your physical self. This habit requires a different kind of effort, often a gentle outreach. For managing stress, simple practices like deep breathing exercises for a few minutes each day, spending time outdoors in nature, or listening to calming music can make a surprising difference. Even engaging in a creative hobby like painting, knitting, or gardening can be a powerful stress reliever. For social connection, it is about making a conscious and proactive effort to reach out. Consider joining a local club, a book group, a walking group, or a senior center where you can meet new people with shared interests. Volunteering your time for a cause you care about, even for just a few hours a week, can provide a wonderful sense of purpose and connection. Reach out to old friends or family members, even if it is just a weekly phone call or a video chat, if feasible. Consider adopting a pet, as they offer unconditional companionship and a wonderful reason to move and engage. Even something as simple as striking up a friendly conversation with your neighbor or the cashier at the grocery store can help break the cycle of isolation and foster a sense of belonging. Building a supportive community and finding effective ways to manage daily anxieties are vital anchors for a longer, happier, and more fulfilling life. These first three habits, prolonged inactivity, poor nutrition, and chronic stress and isolation, already paint a clear picture of how seemingly small choices accumulate over time. But there are others, equally important, that we need to address. So, let us continue our journey and look at the next set of habits quietly working against us, building on our understanding of how crucial movement, nourishment, and emotional well-being are. Let us turn our attention to another foundational pillar of health that often gets neglected as we age: inadequate or poor quality sleep. It is a common misconception that older adults need less sleep than younger people. In fact, our need for generally 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night remains largely the same. But the quality of that sleep often diminishes. We might find ourselves waking more frequently, struggling to fall asleep, or simply feeling less rested even after a full night in bed. Sleep is not just a period of rest. It is the body's essential repair shop. During deep sleep, our brains clear out metabolic waste and toxins. Our muscles repair and grow. Hormones are rebalanced, and memories are consolidated and stored. Chronic sleep deprivation, whether due to insufficient hours or poor quality, weakens the immune system, increases inflammation throughout the body, impairs cognitive function and memory, and significantly heightens the risk of falls and developing chronic diseases like diabetes and heart issues. It directly impacts how well your body can fend off illness and repair itself, silently eroding your long-term health and vitality. Think of a car that never gets a tune-up or a good rest. Eventually, parts start to wear down much faster than they should. Creating a consistent sleep routine is paramount for improving sleep quality. Try to go to bed and wake up at roughly the same time each day, even on weekends. This helps regulate your body's natural sleep-wake cycle, known as your circadian rhythm. Develop a relaxing bedtime ritual: a warm bath, reading a calming book, listening to soft music, or performing some gentle stretches can signal to your body that it is time to wind down. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and alcohol close to bedtime, as these can disrupt your sleep cycle. Make your bedroom a dark, quiet, and cool sanctuary, free from distractions. Most importantly, limit screen time. That means phones, tablets, and television for at least an hour before bed, as the blue light emitted from these devices can interfere with the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps you feel sleepy. If naps are a necessary part of your day, try to keep them short, ideally 20 to 30 minutes, and take them earlier in the afternoon. If persistent sleep issues are a problem, a gentle conversation with your doctor can be incredibly helpful, as there might be underlying medical conditions or medications contributing to the problem that can be addressed. Prioritizing good sleep is one of the most powerful gifts you can give your aging body and mind. Now, let us talk about something many of us are prone to, especially after a certain age. And that is dismissing new or worsening health symptoms as just old age. It is incredibly easy to attribute every new ache, every persistent fatigue, every slight change in memory, or every digestive upset to the natural process of getting older. And while some changes are indeed part of the normal aging process, many symptoms are actually important warning signs that your body is trying to send you. Ignoring these signals can delay the diagnosis and treatment of serious, yet often very manageable conditions. Early detection is almost always key to effective treatment and preventing small issues from becoming larger, more life-threatening problems. This habit quietly allows underlying problems to fester and progress, potentially shortening your healthy lifespan and reducing your quality of life down the road. Perhaps you have had a nagging cough for weeks, but you tell yourself it is just a leftover cold that is taking its time, or your balance feels a bit off. but you shrug it off as simply being less steady on your feet as you age. Maybe you have noticed your memory slipping more than usual, and you just say, "Well, I am getting on a bit." These are the very moments when a quick check-in with a trusted healthcare professional could make all the difference, potentially catching something minor before it becomes major. Think about that little check engine light in your car. You would not ignore it for months, would you? Your body's signals are even more important. The most important step here is to listen to your body and adopt a proactive, rather than reactive, approach to your health. Do not self-diagnose based on anecdotes from friends or internet searches. If a symptom is new, persistent, worsening, or significantly impacting your daily life, for instance, making it harder to do the things you love, make an appointment with your doctor. When you go, be prepared. Keep a simple journal of your symptoms when they started, what makes them better or worse, and any other patterns you notice. This information can be incredibly invaluable for your doctor in making an accurate diagnosis. Be open and honest with your healthcare provider about how you are feeling, even if you think it is something trivial. Remember, seeking clarification and professional medical advice is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of strength and profound self-care. It is about taking control and advocating for your well-being, ensuring you catch potential issues early before they become bigger problems that significantly impact your future. From the physical and symptomatic, let us explore a habit that touches on our mental and emotional vibrancy. Often overlooked yet profoundly impactful on our longevity, the habit of losing your sense of purpose or intellectual engagement. Retirement, changes in family dynamics, or reduced mobility can sometimes lead to a feeling of what next, or a diminishment of active engagement with the world. When we stop learning, challenging our minds, or feeling a sense of contribution, our brains and spirits can begin to stagnate. Research consistently shows that individuals, especially older adults, who maintain a strong sense of purpose in their lives tend to live longer, healthier lives. A lack of mental stimulation can contribute to cognitive decline, and a diminished sense of purpose can unfortunately lead to feelings of depression, apathy, and a general disengagement from life. All of these factors, while not directly physical, indirectly but powerfully accelerate aging and shorten our time of vibrant, meaningful living. Perhaps you have recently retired from a demanding job and suddenly find your days feel empty, without the structure and challenges you were used to. Or maybe you have always been very active in your community or with hobbies, but now find yourself spending more time at home, without new projects or challenges to spark your interest. It is easy to fall into a comfortable routine that, unfortunately, lacks novelty or intellectual stimulation, and slowly, quietly, your brain begins to lose its edge. Our brains are like muscles. They need regular exercise to stay sharp and strong. If you do not use them, you lose them, not just in terms of memory, but in overall vitality and zest for life. This habit is about finding new passions or reigniting old ones that bring you joy and a sense of accomplishment. What have you always wanted to learn but never had the time for a new language? How to play an instrument, painting, knitting, delving into a complex puzzle, or growing a vegetable garden. There are so many possibilities today. From local community classes to free online learning platforms, consider joining a local book club, a discussion group, or an interest group focused on something you love. Whether it is history, birdwatching, or photography, volunteering your time for a cause you believe in. Whether it is at a local charity, a library, a school, or even a local animal shelter, can provide an incredible sense of purpose and connection to others. Take up a challenging new hobby like chess or bridge, which demands strategic thinking. Engage in lively conversations with friends and family about current events or interesting topics. Even simple activities like reading diverse books, following current events, or teaching a grandchild a skill can keep your mind active and your spirit engaged. Finding meaningful activities and having goals, whether they are big aspirations or small daily achievements, creates a compelling reason to embrace each day fully and keep that spark of curiosity and purpose alive. These habits we have discussed so far, how we move and what we eat, to how we sleep, respond to symptoms, and keep our minds active, are all interconnected. Now, let us talk about the seventh habit, one so fundamental that it is often overlooked. Yet its absence can have profound consequences on your well-being and longevity. So, the final habit we need to shine a light on, one that quietly chips away at your vitality and can seriously impact your long-term health, is chronic, unnoticed dehydration. It sounds so simple. Does it not just drinking enough water? But as we age, several things happen that can make this basic necessity surprisingly challenging. Our sense of thirst can diminish, meaning we do not feel thirsty until we are already quite dehydrated. Our body's ability to conserve water can change, and many common medications can also have a diuretic effect, meaning they cause us to excrete more fluid. Dehydration is not just about feeling thirsty. It is about every single cell in your body functioning less efficiently. It impacts your energy levels, your cognitive function and clarity, your digestion, your kidney health, your blood pressure, and even your skin elasticity. Mild, persistent dehydration can lead to a host of seemingly unrelated issues: chronic fatigue, spells of confusion, dizziness that increases your risk of falls, persistent constipation, and even an increased susceptibility to urinary tract infections. It is a silent drain on your system that prevents your body from performing at its best. Day in and day out, it is like trying to run an engine without enough oil. It might still go, but it is causing wear and tear that you will not see until it is too late. Many older adults simply do not drink enough plain water, often opting for sugary drinks, tea, or coffee, which, while they contain water, are not true hydrating sources in the same way pure water is. They might even limit their fluid intake to avoid frequent trips to the bathroom, especially at night, inadvertently setting themselves up for dehydration. The solution here is wonderfully straightforward. Make conscious, consistent efforts to drink water throughout your day. Do not wait until you feel thirsty. Keep a glass or a bottle of water within easy reach at all times, on your bedside table, on your kitchen counter, by your favorite reading chair. Start your day with a large glass of water even before you have your tea or coffee. Set gentle reminders on your phone to sip water every hour or so, or perhaps drink a glass before and after each meal. If plain water feels unappealing, try adding a slice of lemon, lime, cucumber, or a few berries for a natural burst of flavor. Herbal teas, especially caffeine-free varieties, are another good option for adding to your fluid intake. Remember that many fruits and vegetables also contribute significantly to your fluid intake, so incorporating more of these into your diet helps too. Think about juicy fruits like watermelon, oranges, and strawberries, and vegetables like lettuce, celery, and cucumbers. It is not about chugging huge amounts of water all at once, but about consistent, gentle hydration throughout the day. Aim for around 6 to 8 glasses of water or hydrating fluids throughout the day, unless your doctor has advised otherwise due to specific health conditions like heart failure or kidney disease. This simple yet profound habit can boost your energy, improve your digestion, keep your mind sharper, and contribute significantly to your overall well-being and longevity. It is truly a foundation for feeling your best. We have journeyed through 7 often overlooked habits that, while seemingly minor, can quietly diminish your health and shorten your life after 70. We have talked about the crucial importance of moving your body throughout the day rather than sitting for long stretches, the power of nourishing yourself with whole, unprocessed foods instead of relying on packaged convenience, and the vital need to actively combat chronic stress and social isolation by finding connection and calm in your daily life. We have also explored why good quality sleep is not a luxury, but a necessity for your body's repair and rejuvenation. The wisdom of listening to your body and not dismissing symptoms as just old age. and the profound benefit of keeping your mind engaged and finding purpose in every stage of life. And finally, we just discussed the simple yet powerful act of staying adequately hydrated. Now, I know this might seem like a lot to take in, and perhaps you recognize some of these habits in your own life. But please, do not feel overwhelmed or discouraged. The most beautiful thing about these habits is that they are habits, meaning they can be changed. One gentle step at a time. You have the power within you to make small, thoughtful shifts that accumulate into profound positive changes for your health and happiness. Remember, every step, no matter how tiny, moves you closer to a healthier, more vibrant you. It is not about being perfect. It is about being persistent and kind to yourself as you embark on this journey of self-care. I would love to hear from you. Which of these habits resonated most with you? Are there any positive changes you have already made in these areas that have made a tangible difference in your life? Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights and wisdom could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take their own first step. If this conversation has been helpful, if it has sparked a new thought or given you a renewed sense of purpose, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you would like more practical tips and encouraging guidance on living your best life at every age, consider subscribing to our channel and turning on the notification bell so you do not miss our next video. We are here to support you on your journey. Your golden years are meant to be a time of joy, discovery, and vitality. Embrace the power you have to make conscious choices for your well-being. Live your best life, full of energy and purpose, at every age. Thank you for joining me today, and I look forward to connecting with you again soon.